Hi, this is The Business Guy. I have my friend Naveen here. Naveen is from India. It's his first time to the United States, and so I wanted to ask Naveen a few questions. How you doing, Naveen?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Doing great. So tell me, this is your first time to the U.S., and one thing was fascinating on a cultural difference is, now, when was the first time you met your wife? Tell me.
Most probably, in India, you feel like when you enter the marriage hall, then you get to see your wife there the first time. But things are a little bit changing now at the moment. But previously, it was happening like once you enter the marriage hall, you got arranged marriage, by your parents, and then you get to know about your wife, like who is going to be your wife.
Yeah, so you've heard about arranged marriages in India where the parents decide who they marry. And so Naveen's wife, you've been married for how long?
2 years now.
2 years.
And
the first time they ever met was in the marriage hall.
And it's like a very less, divorce rate. Like we are totally dependent on the parents. They decide a girl for us, and we go for marriage. Like we don't have any questions for them, like why we are getting married with that girl. But we get married, we adjust, we work with all the challenges we are facing in the marriage life. And what we get is like we just have 3 or 4% of divorce rate. The divorce rate is very less in India.
Yeah, so the divorce rate in the U.S. might be 40, 50%. The divorce rate in India is 3%. 3%.
Yep.
And so the first time he saw his wife ever was in the marriage hall.
Yeah.
And she had a veil over her face, right?
Yeah, you have to give some gifts to see your wife, like.
Yeah. So when did you first see her face? Before or after you got married?
After I got married.
So he didn't even see her face until after.
No,
they got married.
Sometimes we exchange some photos. Now we exchange some photos with each other. But previously it was like just enter the marriage hall, just see your wife.
Wow. So after you got married, you gave her some gifts, and then she lifted up the veil.
Yeah,
and you saw her.
Yeah, you have to give some gifts.
And
a good gift, yeah.
Yeah, and you saw her face for the first time.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So what other cultural differences have you noticed since you've been here?
I'm just been here for 1 or 2 days, and there are lots of food differences and different cultural differences are here at the moment. I'm working on it. I'm collecting on it, like what are the maximum cultural differences are here. But this one is the main, and also the second one is like all the families live together in India. Like I still live with grandmom, my parents, and my wife. But what happens in the US, like if you get 18, you just have to leave the house. You have to make your own life and your own path.
Yeah, so
that is the major cultural difference at the moment.
Yeah, so Naveen is 32 years old, and him and his wife live with the parents.
Yeah.
And also the grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they all live under the same roof. Though Naveen is 32, in order to come to America, he had to get permission from his parents to come.
Yeah.
That's just part of the culture.
Like if you tell you are going to America for 1 month, your family will not going to allow. You have to ask them. Like my family asked me, they allowed me 15 days. Like I'm running a business of, I own a software development company in India. My company name is Cloud Cody. I'm running a business of 50 people working for me at the moment. But still I take permission from my parents. Like when I get approved, then I am visiting the USA for 15 days. My plan was for 1 month, but they just allowed me the 15 days. Yeah,
so Naveen owns a business. He has 50 employees, 50 employees in India, and to come to America, he had to get permission for his parents. He wanted to come for 1 month, but they only give him permission for 2 weeks. It's a cultural difference, and you think about, oh my gosh, that would be crazy, but the divorce rate is only 3% in India. So who says? Who knows? Which way is right? Well, I guess the proof is in the statistics, right? We may not like that idea, but it works in India.
Yeah.
And also, when you have living with the parents, which maybe is not something we'd necessarily like in America. Think about it. You have the example of the parents that have been married for years and years. They've learned how to deal with each other, how to get along, how to be happy together. And what do? They teach that and pass that information along to the
that helps a lot
to the children. So tell me have you and your wife had any difficulties or arguments before?
Not at the moment. We are in early stage of our marriage, so that's why we don't have that much argument because it's very early, just 2 years now.
Yeah.
But she is pretty good, and I also sometimes take permission from her, so that's fine. Like if you take permission from your wife, if you follows your wife, everything is going to good in your life.
Now, when you first saw your wife, what did you think? Did you think she was beautiful? Were you happy?
Yeah, sometimes happens like if you have sisters, so they ask you to give some gifts so they can exchange the photos. So what happens suppose you have given gift to your sister, they will just open up the pictures in their phone like this, and they will just see, and they will scroll down the phone. then again they will she will ask like give me more gifts, then you'll get the picture. So that's how like the cultural differences are over there.
So you
But
give
yeah,
gifts, and then they show you the pictures
yeah,
of who you're going to marry.
Our sisters take advantages of that,
Yeah.
and everyone wants to know
So you have to give gifts to your sisters
to get the
for your
photos.
sisters to show you the photos
Yeah.
of who you're going to marry.
And it will be very quick. It's not like she will give you the pictures, you can utilize it. It will be like very quick, just see, remove. So if you give her the
Wow.
good gifts,
And you
then
have to
she
give
will-
more money, and they show you the
yeah,
pictures
then she
longer.
will- and if you give more money, then she will arrange the phone number of that girl. So that's how it works. Like we have a good relationship with our sisters, parents. We all live together, and that was the major cultural difference. I am not seeing in 2 days visit of till now. Like it's second my days, and I am not seeing that all of stuff here.
So what did you think the first time you saw your wife? Did you think she was beautiful?
Yeah. What happens like you first time when you see the wife will be in the traditional dress and she'll have a good makeup. So always a wife looks very good in the makeup. So it was good, and she is very pretty now. And I'm saying this because I'll be showing this video to her also. So yeah, she is very pretty, and I'm very lucky to have seen my life.
Very good, and you're happy.
Yeah, I'm very
Very good.
very happy with her.
Yeah. What other cultural differences have you seen?
That's what I told. Like there is 2 or 3 majors. Like I'm noticing here's culture. I'm working on it, and I'll record another video for you, and I'll say like what are the cultural differences. Like we can record a version 2 for this.
Very good.
And I'll let you know. Like when I'll be leaving USA, I'll send you that video, and I'll let you know like these are
Very
the major
good.
difference.
Yeah.
I
So
got it.
you've only been in America for 2 days, so you need a little more time
Yeah.
to assess the cultural differences. Great. And tell you what, if you've never tried Indian food, try it. You know, some people say, "Oh, I don't like curry." It's a lot more. It's a lot more than curry.
Yeah,
And I tell you, I think,
it
in
is.
my opinion, I grew up eating Indian food because my mother took an Indian food cooking class when I was younger, and I grew up eating it. My mother made it. There's an Indian food restaurant in the small town in Oregon where I grew up, and I love it. It's my favorite food in the world. Just my opinion. Maybe not everybody's opinion, but that certainly is mine. I think Indian food is the best food in the world, and I'm not just saying that because I have Naveen, who's from India, next to me. I'm saying it because I really feel that way.
That's why I bring you the spices from India, because we
Yeah.
are having lots of cultural difference over different states in India. Like we have different states and different languages in India. It's not like a specific language which get follows in India. So we have different cultures in different states. So different states is having different foods.
Yeah.
So there are lots of varieties you can eat from Indian food. So that's why I have bring spices, especially from the Delhi heart, and I have bring for Kevin so he can enjoy the butter chicken.
Yeah. Naveen brought some spices from India, and back in when I took history class in school, people from England would travel around the Horn of Africa
Yeah.
just to get spices from
Yeah.
India, and then sail back and risk their lives for those long trips for the yummy food that they have there. So, for the yummy spices they have there. So, yeah. So very good. So, Naveen, I'm so happy that you're here. You've been my friend over and business associate over Zoom, and to be able to meet you in person, it's quite an honor. And thank you for taking the time to express your feelings about the differences between the culture of India and the
Okay.
culture of the United States.
Okay, thank you so much for hosting me here. I'm very I feel very safe here. You guys are here for me, and it's a good lunch with you today.
Very
Thanks for
good.
the lunch.
Thanks, Naveen. This is the Business Guy. Like, subscribe.
Bye-bye.
See you again. Bye.